Do you want to get more customers? I know you do. I'm going to show you how to steal the best marketing playbooks on the internet to get more customers for your business. And I'm going to show it to you with a tool you're probably not using yet, and AI is going to help us do it all. Let's get to today's show. On today's show, we're going to ask the question, hey, I see that ad everywhere, or I always get the best emails from them, or I love their website. How do they do it? Today, I'm going to show you how to reverse engineer anybody's marketing with AI. And this way, you can be inspired by the marketing you love and apply it to your own business. And I want to give you a story about how this all started. It all started with this company called Groons. I've got the Groons website put up here. Myself and other folks that I work with were at HubSpot were basically like, I see Groons all the time, especially on Instagram. Clearly, they have a big Instagram advertising strategy. It's this like nutritional gummy thing. I don't even, I'm not a customer, but I was like, the ads that I keep seeing are very personalized. They're relevant to some of the interests that I have. So clearly, they're using some very cool data around me and my behavior on Instagram and building segmentation and building these ads. And so I was like, I'm just curious now, how is it that they are building ads like this? And so I went to their website and I was looking around and I was like, you know what? I'm going to work with AI to solve this problem. And so what I'm going to do is I'm showing you this website in the Perplexity Comet browser. So it's not Google Chrome, it's not Safari, it's the new web browser from Perplexity. And one of the things I love about Perplexity Comet is it has this assistant toggle. So I can toggle this assistant on and ask it any question, and it uses the website as kind of the context to answer those questions, and it has an agent that can go through and browse the website for me. And so what's really cool is I can just ask it, hey, this company makes amazing personalized Instagram ads that I always see and are very good. Can you explain to me how they do it and what tools they use? And what's great is it goes and looks at third-party resources in addition to this website. And it's basically like Groon's Instagram ads stand out because they combine systematic creative testing, persona-specific messaging, and cutting-edge technology. So what's really cool is that the Perplexity Assistant breaks down their entire strategy of how they do Instagram ads. They don't run a generic ad, they do persona-driven ad funnels. And each ad matches a dedicated landing page. That's very cool. They have multi-channel creative sprints, so they test rapidly as ad creative teams coordinated campaigns across Meta, TikTok, YouTube, Google, etc. Unsuccessful creative directions are killed fast. Okay, that's cool. They have an influencer and user-generated content program. Advanced ad creation. That's kind of cool. But my question here is, how do they actually do this? So I follow up and I'm like, what are the specific tools they use? I think what sometimes you want a blueprint for like, oh, I know exactly what this company does, which Perplexity Assistant gave me an amazing summary of basically how to steal their Instagram marketing. What next is you're like, well, tactically, how do I do that? What tools do I use? And they use Meta Ad Manager. They use a company called Northbeam for attribution and tracking. They use ad creation platforms. They use Icon, Foreplay, and Atria. These folks are deep into AI ad creation because I've only heard of one of those three AI ad creation tools. So clearly I need to do a show on Foreplay and Atria because I've only worked with and seen Icon. So clearly they're like deep experts in this, which is very cool. They use Grin for influencer management. They use Shopify and the Shopify app stack. So what's really cool is that you can break down what actual tools they're using. And sometimes it might find these in third-party sites. I've done a version of this where it actually just looks at the source code and looks at the tracking code and code on the website. That's the cool thing of having a browser-based agent. So now you have this whole AI flow that just exists to basically say, I want to understand what people are doing. And now I can just keep asking questions, right? I could be like, how do they really use AI ad generation in their strategy? And it's making a best guess, right, based off of the information they have, but it's going to be a cool back and forth you can have. If you're just trying to figure out this tactic, you can just get it, and it's going to come up. It's going to get some information, likely from the vendors they're using, right? And then it's saying like, cool, Grooms uses advanced AI generation as core part of the strategy with the platform Icon, AI ad maker, as the technology engine. Here's how it's integrated. They have an ad GPT workflows for creative generation, automated iterative enclothing, and an AI chief marketing officer, Icon's AI CMO. So it's basically just breaking down the features of Icon, how they're using Icon, and the way that it's being used. So this is really cool. You can now reverse engineer anybody's strategy. And so I was thinking about this, like it could apply to a big brand like Nike or a smaller brand like Grooms. One of the things I did that I thought was really cool that I wanted to show you guys, one of the things I love about Perplexity Comment as well is that when you have this assistant open in the browser, you can also use shortcuts. So if I hit the backslash, I have saved a shortcut called reverse. And this is a pre-written prompt that I have done that basically takes everything I'd want to know about how to reverse engineer a company's marketing strategy and put it in the context of my job. I run marketing at HubSpot. And so all I can do is just pick my reverse shortcut. And it is taking everything on whatever page I'm at, or if I was across multiple pages, and it will go and give me this information. So it's saying, hey, I'm on the Nike page. The primary CTA is to shop and buy things. Audience target segment is broad sports. It's giving me a strategy diagnosis, how they're positioning, who their ideal customer profile is, their offer mechanics, funnel hypothesis. This is especially great if you are maybe a technical founder or a sales founder and you don't know a ton about marketing. You can just go and do this for a bunch of relevant companies in your industry and get a deep understanding very quickly of how they're thinking about marketing, as well as doing it for companies you admire who you think do great marketing and see how they're thinking about it. Because you can then take all of that and formulate that into your own expertise to build your own marketing messaging, your marketing strategy, etc. What's really cool is it breaks down the messaging and creative they're doing. Also talks about their conversion architecture. What is the actual flow to get people to convert? This is especially helpful if you're maybe looking at, if we were doing this with a competitor website and you were looking at their conversion architecture, you would look at this and say, okay, great. How do I make a better and simpler conversion architecture than my competitors so that I can convert at a higher rate and win more customers? There's literally like 100 ways you can use this to actually grow your business in a really remarkable way and really make your marketing much stronger. They talk. We always have a funnel, a stage in here about distribution and growth loops. So they're talking about SEO, channel fit, and then it breaks down what their tech stack is. And it's likely like, oh, they likely have a custom CMS. Definitely, all these huge, massive companies likely have a custom CMS or content management system for their website. And they can break down performance, and they give us an actual playbook and how this applies to HubSpot, and gives me some experiments to run. And what's really interesting here is that there's a bunch of stuff I can do this, but again, it starts a really valuable thread on how a particular company is doing marketing and the questions I may be able to ask it and how I can use it to optimize and improve my own strategy.
Reverse engineering used to take days of manual research, but with Perplexity, it took minutes. And you can do the same thing. We've got this free guide that shows you exactly how you can turn Perplexity into your competitive intelligence engine. You can analyze competitors, automate your research, and find hidden insights most people miss.
Scan that QR code, click the link in the description below, and we'll get that all to you. So any company, so like you look at a B2B, this is a really big B2B company like ServiceNow. We can go to one of their pages. We'll go to their CRM page, and we'll just be like, hey, reverse that. And so I've got my prompt, but this is just a simple prompt that I've built to basically try to reverse engineer. It could be a homepage. In this case, it's a specific product page, right? That's what's cool. It could be an Instagram account, anything related to marketing. It doesn't have to just be like the broad website of a company. It can be a specific product page, anything. If you want to really get a detailed summary of the other side of it, not what the user experience is, but what the marketer on the other end is thinking, trying to accomplish in the technology that they're using, this, I think, is one of the most underrated hacks in marketing today. The fact that you can quickly and easily reverse engineer anybody's marketing strategy is remarkable. And if you're curious and you're a student of marketing, if you literally just did this for a day, you would probably know more about your competition or the most admired brands' web and marketing strategies than most people working at those companies. And that's pretty awesome. So what's cool about this is at HubSpot, we have this playbook we call loop marketing. It's how you really do marketing well in the AI era. And the first step of that playbook is what we call express. It's how you actually package your ideas and your strategy, your brand, the messaging, everything you want to do to find who your ideal customer profile is. And this is an amazing way to do it. If you're doing research as part of that express phase, you can reverse engineer competitors, category, or aspirational brands, all of their marketing, and use that as an input to create a remarkable point of view, creative, and audience profile for your business. So I've shown you how to do this. This, again, is all using the Perplexity Comet browser, using their agent. And again, if this is something you're going to do on the regularly, you can just build the shortcut like I showed you. And it's really awesome, very simple to do this. But it can basically put you at the center of anyone's marketing strategy and really let you build and scale your business. I hope this was helpful. You can go download Perplexity Comet and give this a try for yourself. And we'll see you next time on Marketing Against the Grain.
This data is wrong every freaking time.
Have you heard of HubSpot? HubSpot is a CRM platform where everything is fully integrated.
Whoa, I can see the client's whole history, calls, support tickets, emails, and here's a task from 3 days ago I totally missed.
HubSpot. Grow better.